What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Techie Family channel. I'm Lou.
I'm Lou.
Together we're Lou Squared. It's an exciting time. Big announcements today
Pretty big.
coming from the Samsung world, and we're here to share those announcements with you. Share our takes, our opinions on
Our
what we
thoughts.
think. Yeah,
Thoughts.
our thoughts.
Thought. Okay.
Big disclaimer on the thoughts.
Mhm.
We've got some facts. We'll break down some of the specs, but we've got some thoughts too. Samsung, we see you. Samsung, we see.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right.
So to start it off, Samsung announced the Note 10.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we're up there. We're up to the 10
Exciting time.
And then they supersized
They
what
supersized
was already big.
the Note 10.
Yep. So now we got the 10 Plus. So
They drove through the drive-through. They ordered the McDouble and some fries. The person was like, "Would you like to supersize that?" I'm dating myself, right? I don't even do they even have
I
that
don't
still?
think so. I think they eliminated the king size.
Anyways, we
Standard size is the normal size.
standards, yeah. So they drove through. The guy was like, "Hey, would you like to supersize that?" Samsung was like, "Yep."
Sure, we got this. So yeah, so now we got the Note 10,
And
Note,
the Note
10 Plus.
Oh man.
Yeah. So yeah, so also comes in Note 10 Plus 5G. So the Note 10 is a 6.3-inch AMOLED screen, and the 10 Plus and 10 Plus 5G is a 6.8. That's almost tablet territory.
It's the biggest.
That's the
the
biggest
biggest Note ever.
that I've seen thus far.
Ever.
Yeah, definitely 6.8 AMOLED screen. The advantage of the bigger one also is that it comes with 4 cameras. So now they have a wide, a telephoto, a regular lens, and I think the 10 Plus has a depth of vision camera. I don't know if it's like depth or depth. But it's one of those. So the strips are a little bit bigger in the back, but it gives you some cool features. What we'll go over, like the 3D doodling and the scanning of physical objects. That's a pretty neat feature.
Yeah.
The colors. Now we have to 4 colors.
4 colors. Thank you. I feel like they listened this time on certain things. Saying it's not everything. Okay,
Yeah.
nobody's perfect, but so they got. It's the same Infinity O display as the 10,
Yep.
okay, which puts the camera inside the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So, screen's bezel to bezel, right? It's supposed to be the thinnest bezel ever in the Note, which it looks amazing, guys. The screen is crazy. They still got the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner
Yep. So
Right.
fingerprint right on the screen.
right on the screen.
It can read it and unlock it for you.
It's supposed to be real secure, just like on the S10. And then they also introduced the 4 different colors.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what's new with the Note itself, right? We broke down the sizes of the screens, what's the same coming from the S10, but now what's being introduced with the Note series is okay, number 1, the pro grade camera,
Looks
video
pretty-
mode. Okay, this is one of the gripes. This is why I say Samsung was listening, because when I was sitting there taking pictures on my S10 in pro mode and I couldn't switch to video, I was like,
Yeah.
come on.
You needed to export it and do some editing in a different
Come
app
on.
or on a computer itself.
Come on.
So now you can do the video editing right on the phone itself. Another thing about the Pro camera is the bokeh. You can actually do bokeh
Oh,
on
man.
video. So
It's-
it brings a different dynamic and dimension to your video. So
Crazy.
that same effect that the bokeh for pictures had across the phone industry, because a lot of them started doing it.
Portrait
once
mode
Samsung
or
started
live
doing
focus, if you guys don't know, where it creates that depth.
that.
Right.
And then now the videos are gonna give you that same.
So you get that same
ability.
effect. Correct.
Yeah, so that's pretty neat.
They listen. That Samsung come bring this and they brought it. So thank you, Samsung.
The video stabilization looks from the demo another notch
Correct.
above what was done in the past, but sometimes these are controlled environments.
So the
once we can get
feature
it, we can try to test
Yeah.
it out.
the feature he's referring to is a super steady, which again you know, when they're advertising it, looks amazing. You know, the way that they showed the character, the difference between a different Note or last year's Note versus this year's Note with the Super Steady looks great. But obviously, you know, we've got to test that out and see how
In-house.
accurate that is in house. And we'll do another video once we get the device and start fiddling around with it. We'll give our in-depth insights on how we like the new features. But yeah, so pro grade video, pro mode on the video, you get the in phone editing suite, so you can edit right in the phone, and then you get the super steady mode as well into this. So they took an amazing camera already and made it even better. Samsung advertising what they're advertising and us getting it into the studio and actually messing around with it, two different things. So, but from what it looks like, it looks to be amazing, guys. Looks to be amazing.
Yeah.
They definitely they bring fun.
Yeah.
They bring fun
Yeah.
to the Note. There's a
Good.
lot of stuff that you can't do on other devices. You could do on the Note, the AR Doodle.
It's yeah. That light demo was. I think that feature alone made me want to get it. I can just imagine me taking a picture of you and just drawing like a little princess dress around you, putting a little tiara.
Okay.
Man, that's money shot right there. Can't do that with any editing software. I can just do it right there live. So it's pretty cool.
I'd probably get a couple bucks for that big loop.
Hey, you never know. You can make some money though. But yeah, no, the 3D doodle, and it's pretty cool because it locks it in. So as the character is moving or the person is moving left and right, whatever you doodle on them will continue to follow them.
Correct.
So it's a pretty cool feature. I can envision people making a bunch of different doodles and sharing them across all the social media platforms. So
Definitely.
it's pretty neat. The Note 10 Plus and the Note 10 Plus 5G also has that extra camera for that depth perception, which allows them to now do this thing called 3D scanning. So in the demo, they recorded a physical object, recorded all around it, and were able to animate it.
That's crazy.
And you can actually export it and get it 3D printed. So that's a feature that's on the Note 10 Plus, Note 10 Plus 5G that's not on the regular Note 10. So
with the Note 10, I think they made a smaller Note. There's a lot of people that wanted the Note features in a smaller device. They made that in the 6.3-inch screen. They still added fun to the 6.8-inch with the Note 10 Plus, and that depth camera with the 3D scanning
that's
and then
amazing.
3D printing.
I liked it.
Where have you heard of the capabilities of doing that on a smartphone? They're continuing to change that game. It's crazy. Mind blown. Samsung. Mind blown.
The Note 10 Plus and the Note 10 Plus 5G has a 43 milliamp battery life versus the Note 10 is 3500, just like the previous ones. They didn't really provide how much longer the Note 10 Plus and Note 10 Plus 5G would last with that additional, battery, or even if the 5G will use a lot more battery, being that it's a different chipset as well. I know sometimes those 5Gs, from what I've read, they can take up a little bit more juice.
The software does do really well when it comes to learning how you use the phone and shutting off the optimize. That's a good word.
Yeah.
The tech came out
No, a little bit,
optimizing the battery so it lasts longer than normal. So another thing too, right, with the Note series and it being their flagship and their amazing, powerful device, they also found a little, a little nook in there, a little space in there for us gamers. But now you're on the go. You want to play some video games. They've got a vapor chamber for cooling, right?
Yeah.
With the new Snapdragon 855, 8 gigs of RAM on the Note, 12 gigs of RAM on the Note Plus. Gaming becomes a reality on this device. Attention to detail, the fact that you could do work, life, and gaming, because gaming's different, guys. We'll add that. Gaming on this device is crazy, right? You can now integrate Discord. They had a Discord integration. So if you're on Discord on your PC games, you're chatting with people, so on and so forth, you can now do that on the Note 10.
So you could talk right from your phone to your PC friends. So that's pretty cool.
I see you, Samsung. I see you.
I see them too.
The
See the
gamer in
reflection.
me is excited. The gamer in me is really excited. Really excited. But again, we're gonna see how that battery stacks up when you're, you know,
When you're playing some,
when you're shooting up a few heads out there. Okay, getting those care packages you don't talk about. Okay.
I thought you only played Pokemon Go, but apparently you do some more stuff. Okay.
Listen, you gotta. That's a technique right there. Okay. If you guys know what I'm talking about. All right. All right. All right.
All right.
All right, guys. We covered what's new with the Note 10, Note 10, Note 10 Plus, Note 10 Plus 5G. Now we're gonna cover what's new with the S Pen, obviously, because that's what
makes it a Note.
that's what makes it a Note.
That's the biggest
That's the
functionality.
signature of the Note series. Last year they introduced Bluetooth connectivity, so you're able to control certain aspects of the phone via the S Pen with the Bluetooth connectivity. Obviously, they kept that feature. This time around, they did improve the battery life. I know that was kind of a downside to the Bluetooth last year. They did specify that they fixed that this year, even though they didn't specify
How much longer?
the time,
Yeah.
how much longer it's going to last, and charge times and so on. They really didn't give specifications, but they heard us. They addressed it, and that's we just got to hope that they actually fixed it.
Yeah. I mean, I think one reason they also increased the battery life on the S Pen is that they also added the 6-axis um, capabilities on it. So it actually allows you to do gestures with the S Pen. So you can actually zoom in, zoom out with the S Pen, depending on how you're moving the pen, hence the gestures. So allows you to flip the camera. You can zoom into yourself, zoom out. They also have YouTube integration where you can actually move to a previous video, forward the video, pause a video, and they're actually going to open up the SDK. Basically, they're going to open up that capability to other developers. So you might start seeing third-party applications have that capability
with the gestures.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
That's gonna be pretty cool.
Possibilities are gonna be endless with them doing that. That's a game changer.
Yeah. Like Instagram Live, just
or
Snapchat. Yeah.
Skip, skip.
That's pretty cool.
That is crazy. So Samsung kind of pulled a rabbit out of the hat, bringing the Microsoft CEO on stage and introducing Windows integration. So a lot of phones have applications that allow you to side sync to your laptop, but not to the way that Apple has it. Right? Apple iPhone, you can get your messages, you can see your calls and stuff on your Apple device. If you're on the same iCloud, you are not going to be able to do that with Windows and a Samsung Note 10.
Correct. I think you hit it right on the head. I think it's basically the same features that a lot of us Apple users who have an Apple Mac, iMac, any Apple computer integration is capable of doing. So, getting your messages, responding to your messages, picking up phone calls and FaceTime through your actual PC that's integrated to your phone. You're not going to be able to do the exact same thing on a PC utilizing the Samsung phone. So
what was really cool about it too is the screen mirroring, seeing your phone screen on the PC, the laptop device, and if you have a touch screen, you can actually navigate your phone via the touch screen right on your laptop computer, which is pretty crazy to me.
That's pretty neat.
You can do gestures with your fingers, the touch screen. You can control it with the keyboard and mouse. There's gonna be a lot of options. I could see that integration going much further in the future. And plus, you have the option of so many different Windows computers out in the market right now that are going to give you a slightly better value or are going to have that feature you're looking for. There's going to be a lot of possibilities with that capability now being introduced on this Note 10. So guys, there's a lot of information out there, a lot of new features, a lot of fun stuff, right? And a lot of serious. They threw some serious hardware into the Notes. which size to go for, what features are you going to be missing out on one versus the other. It really comes down to you guys. You guys make the choices. We're just giving you guys insight. It's their bad boy device, their flagship device. They made it more accessible for people who weren't looking for that big of a phone. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be available August 23rd. Pre-orders be able to start on August 8th. So if you want one, go get one. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. We appreciate you guys tuning in. If you like what you saw, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Again, I'm Lou.
I'm Lou.
Together we're
Lou Squared.
Techie Family.
Over and out.